Hey everybody, welcome back. So I've done 3 of the 4 pillars of damage manipulation in the game. We've done gem defense, we've done gem damage, we've done move damage. And so it naturally, the evolution here is to go into move defense. That's the 4th one that I haven't done. Move defense is very easy to figure out, and it's probably the least impactful way of managing damage in the game, but it's in there. I figure we should talk about it. Before we get to that, though, a little bit of housekeeping. Over the last 28 days, 70% of my viewers are not subscribed to me. Adding subscribers to a YouTube channel helps it grow and helps me reach more of your fellow players and hopefully help them out in their WWEC Champions journey as well. So if you could do me a favor, just consider subscribing if you've watched me more than once. The other thing is I've started to kind of dip my toes into the Twitch landscape. You can find me at twitch.tv/slimnumbers. Do me a favor, give me a follow. We're going to try to go ahead and get affiliated over there. Right now I don't have a set schedule. I know I'm going to be streaming either Saturday or Sunday nights, probably Saturday nights for the next little while, just so I can stream while there is an event going on. And one day during the week, and I haven't figured that day out yet. Most likely Tuesday late nights on the East Coast, probably somewhere around 10 p.m. Eastern Standard. Don't hold me to that, though, because I'm not quite sure exactly what it's going to be. That's going to be the goal for right now, and we will adjust the schedule as necessary once we figure out what works best for me. Okay? Cool. With all that out of the way, let's talk about gem defense. So, gem defense very easily can be summed up with, it just goes, again, the percentages are calculated from base move damage, and the flat move defense is just flat. That's it. There's nothing else to it. It's just flat. So BPP here, if we look at it, he's got an 18% move defense and a flat 200 damage move defense. Okay. So keep those numbers into your head. And we're going to be using solo Sokoa because I can use a bunch of different move buffs and show you how the move defense works against it, but it doesn't change very much at all. And I'm not going to go through a bunch of gameplay loops here. We're just looking at the numbers. So I'm going to be focusing on the Samoan drop, which has a move damage of 3,004,447 damage. Okay. To start off with, I am going to yoink off anything that has move buffs. So I think it's this one here, right? Nope. There it is. We're going to remove that one too. Just so we can see exactly how it works. All right. So since everything goes against base, here's our base, 3,004,447. Pull up the calculator. So it's 300,447 minus sorry, 300,447 minus 300,447 multiplied by 0.18 minus that 200. That's it. That's how it's calculated. It is 18% of your base move damage taken away from the base move damage. Not taken away from it, but that's how much is getting soaked up in the match. And then the 200. So when we go into the match, we should expect to see 2,463,447 after rounding. Okay, so let's go into match real quick. And let's check it out. Click on the move, 2,463,447. So there it is. That's how it works. Let's throw some stuff onto it. So we'll add the 2 metals back to our strap. Here, let's start healing. Excuse me. There we go. Where's my Furies? Here's the... That's bigger yellow move damage. I guess it doesn't really matter, right? I was testing with this one, though, so I'm going to continue to use that one for familiarity's sake. We'll equip this one, too. So now I'm getting 200% move damage up from here, and then I'm adding 524 here. All right. So this 18% of this base, right, ends up being 540,800.46. That's the flat number. That's the amount that's getting soaked up by Big Papa Pump. So we're getting 200% here, and we're getting a 524 here. So we can take our 3 million. Where'd it go? 3004447. Come on now. 3004447. We're going to multiply it by 3 because that's 200% added to the base. And the base is 100%, so we're just going to multiply it by 300% or 3. Okay. And then we're going to add that 524. That gets us to 9 million. We're going to subtract the 540,800.46, and then we're going to subtract the 200. That gets us to 8,472,864.54. So 865 is what we can expect to see. All right. Everybody get where I got that from? I took this number, multiplied it by 0.18, and then subtracted it from this number. And that's how I got to this number right here. Okay. I'll do that real quick. 3004447 multiplied by 0.18. There's the 540,846. Okay. What are we looking for? 8472, 864.54. That's what we're looking for in match. $8,472,863. Now, this doesn't line up, and it's infuriating, and let me show you why it doesn't line up. This is a little bit of a side note. This has nothing to do with move defense at all. This is just Scopely being Scopely. Remember that I had this 524 move damage up on one of my medals? Well, that came from a medal that I had leveled up. I leveled it up to 15, and this substat got hit by the percentage that every substat has a chance of grabbing. I don't know the range of percentage of upgrades that it can do. It doesn't seem to be static. It seems to be like a random amount that you can increase your substat. Scopely shows you on the medal as a nice round number. If you go to look at it, though, where is it? Right here. They leave a percentage in here. How infuriating is that? So it's actually 523.83. It rounds up, but if you have other stuff over here, like it doesn't, it's really annoying. Anyway, doesn't matter. I'm within 1.5 of where I'm supposed to be. That's good enough. All right. Cool. Hope everybody's with me so far. If you're not, leave me a question in the comments. I'll explain it, show you my math, write it all out. Now, this works for every source of move damage. Big Papa Pump is still just going to soak up this 18%, which turns out to be this number right here, 540,846, and then the 200 flat. So let's just throw everything on it. Hold on, heal. All right, so let's go over here in Entourage. We'll add Some move damage stuff. Here's 25%. Sure. Do I have any others? Not finishers. Is that really the only yellow move damage I have? Yep. Oh, right. Completely unleveled. Hall of Fame Andre. All right. So we're getting 10 here. And we're getting 25 here. So an extra 35%. All right. And we're still getting this 200 from here. And then the 524 flat. Here's the other thing we're going to throw on here. Let's throw the raise mask. That's 125. All right. So we can expect, if this is 200 and we're getting another 35%, take that flat 3004447, multiply it by 1 for itself, the 200% from the metal, and the 35 gets you to 3.35. Gets us to 10 million, plus the 524. All right, and then we subtract the 540, 800.46. So when we get into match, we're going to expect 9,524,620. 21. 20. Maybe 19. Who knows? Scope it. After we proc the plate, though, we're going to add another 125% to it. So this 3.35 is going to turn into 4.6. Right? Because we're procking the plate and adding 125% there. So before we do it, it's going to be 9.524. Afterwards, 4.6 plus the 524 minus the 540, 800.46. So before plate, it's going to be 9.524. After plate should be 13.280. Let's go check it out. Let's at least load the finisher. I haven't actually checked and see what total damage is here, so it could be fun. All right, going to go into match. First number we're looking for is 9.524620, maybe 621, maybe 619. 952. Oh, I forgot to subtract the 200 from it. The 200 flat. 9.524, 420 instead of 620. And you can see I don't have the minus 200. So the same thing's going to happen up here. It's going to be this. All right. All right. So let's proc the plate. Right there. Now we can look at it. 13,279, 979. So legitimately, move defense only takes the percentage of the base move damage, and that's it. That's all it does. And with so many ways of increasing move damage, you know, you get 200% from one metal alone. You throw 100% strap on it, that's 300%. You throw a metal like this, it's 425%. You know, you max out some trainers, you're into the 500, 550% range in certain cards, depending on how they're put together. I mean, you could probably get it into the 600s if you really focused on it. So yeah, like an 18% move defense is nothing. It's just nothing. Even 100% move defense isn't all that much. That's not terrible, really. Against somebody, you know, it's a tour. So, anyway, that's it. That's exactly how it works. There's no variation to it whatsoever. Once you figure out what their base percentage move defense is, it carries on the whole way. And then the flats are just flats. It's just a straight subtraction. It really is maybe the least impactful, like I said, of the 4 pillars of damage manipulation. There's just nothing to it. Which is why, one, nobody ever used padded medals. That's why they didn't give us padded 2 medals, right? It's just not as impactful. Do I even have any padded medals? I'll show them off real quick. Yeah, here you go. With a set, you can get 20%. You double it up, you get 40% move defense. I mean, it's not that much. With this on a percentage, I think it maxes out at 27.5. With the padded, like, it's just, you're not really getting all that much. Your total is going to be, what, 67.50? You know, you might catch somebody who has no move damage buffs on them because they are just completely not set up the right way, or they're running really small flats or something, and you might be able to wipe their move defense. But generally, you know, they're probably running a gem damage card or what have you. It's just, this is minutia, guys. Don't run paddeds, sell them. You don't need them. I'm going to keep these around for a different video now that I've uncovered the weird leveling up substats thing. I got to figure that out now. I don't have to, but it's going to bug me until I do, so I'm going to. Yeah, that's it. Maybe by far the shortest one of these I've done, I think, because there's just not enough to talk about. That is what it is. As always, guys, if you've learned anything today, if you've been entertained by anything today, or if you just like the sound of my voice, do me a favor, click like, click subscribe, share to your faction mates. Leave me any questions that you may have about the game, period, not necessarily move defense, down below in the comment section, and you may get selected for an episode of It's All About the Game and Slim Explains It. Until next time, later.